G'day everyone, welcome back. So yesterday George had a good day. Henry had a great day too. So Henry did 500 hectares and George did, well, he finished that paddock just there, so that's 36, and he's done one outside lap of this paddock here. So I'm going to assume he's done, I don't know, maybe about 60 hectares, something like that. I'll find out. That's where George's accommodation is, and he'll be walking over in about 30 seconds. So I'm just jumping up the top here and just seeing how much, if it's worth filling him now, or let him do a lap and fill him then. So canola is it's down to the number 1 down there, which is, that's still heaps of canola. Urea, we've got heaps of urea in here as well, and our ag flow, which is probably the one that'll run out first. Again, there's still quite a lot in there, so I'll find out how many hectares he's done, and then we'll either do a fill now or we'll let him do another lap and do a fill then. Alright, so George has done 27 hectares in here. So it's a total of basically just about 60 hectares, something like that. So anyway, we're going to just do a seed check and then get him on his way. He's going to do his next lap and then I'll fill him when he's back here. So that way we're rolling. We're getting going. We're getting seed in the ground. So and Henry's just rocked up. So here's Dexter. Hey. And he's going to do just one more tank today, and that'll get that's probably like 500 sort of hectares out in front of George, so it's plenty for now. Then I'll get Henry on the grader and we'll just finish up some grading work that needs done around the place. So I've been talking a few videos ago. I talked about slaters and slater baits. Now that fell through on doing that. Oh, hello, Dexter. But what we're going to do is we're going to spray the chemical on to kill the slaters. Now what we need to do is we need to wait until canola is actually germinating, because they don't dig, I believe. So I just want to show you. I know there's a lot of confusion of what slaters are, and I know that in the UK they're called something completely different. But if this shows up, they're these little bugs here. They sort of turn in, there they go, rolls up. They're like a little armoured thing. And honestly, this is the worst I've seen it. They are everywhere at the moment. Now, what they like to do is live in the soil, but live under, if I come over here, you can find them like under stubble and under clumps of dirt. Look, there's another one just there. So this paddock here, it's still such hard soil. It's like I'd call it like a cloddy clumping clay. As you dry seeding it, it just comes up in clumps, and that's where they love to live. So this is why I definitely want to get this paddock sorted for killing slaters. They will wipe out a crop. We definitely want to make sure that we can get on top of them and kill them. So Henry's going to be a busy man, because you got to spray them when they're out, which is typically night time. So when it comes time, he'll be busy. Right, well, whilst those two are off and occupied for the day, and Dad's in town getting his ute service, he'll be out later on. I figured I might start working on the signs. It was something I was hoping to do beforehand, but I went to Perth, we got busy, so now I've got some quiet time. The truck is all ready, we filled that up yesterday. I just started it up then and built the air up, so that's ready to roll when we need it. But I figured I'd start with, I don't know, let's start with the main sign, hey? So we just got to measure this one up and cut it, weld it, and then, I don't know, later today or tomorrow or next week sometime, we can go and put these signs in the ground. So you wouldn't believe the amount of meters that you actually need when you measure up signs and you work out what you need. Because obviously you need to make sure that it's enough to hold the sign. So this is 2 meters. I worked off 1900. So I worked off, about here is the top of the sign, and the sign itself is, I can remember, it's either 900 or it's 12. It's 900. So that's the sign there, that's how big the sign is. And then we've obviously got to put about 400 in the ground. So it leaves the sign, I don't know, about chest height out of the ground. So we'll probably use these ones here, cut to the same length of 2 meters. So we'll use these. It's just going to be really easy for the first one. Then all I need is 1200 that way. 2 of them, weld it together, and it's done. So I'm not doing anything fancy. You'll see when we go do eventually change the signs over. The front sign, Dad did fancy it, had wood both sides. But yeah, I'm just going to go nice and simple, steel, dig it in the ground and probably cement it. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, I'm just doing a simple frame. It's quality, just like that. Going 1200 across the top so that the hole isn't exposed, so that rain can't get down into it. And then that's 900. And when I lay a sign down on it, it should look very good. And we'll just pop rivet the sign on as the plan. So something like that is the idea. Have it, yeah, just like that, and well, there'll probably that much in the ground, maybe about that much. So this here will all be in the ground, and that'll be ideal. So the steel I'm using is 40 by 40 by 3, so 40 mil by 40 mil by 3 mil. I wanted to use that on all of our signs, but town didn't have enough at the time. So what I've got is, it's half. So I've got half of it's 40-40 by 3. The rest is 30-30 by 3. So still be strong enough, and it's only going to be holding up these small signs. So it'll be fine. So just a reminder of what the small signs look like. They look like that. So I might actually move this over to the pit. So the pit is actual level concrete. This was poured by Dad and the guys back in the day, and then this one here, the pit, was poured by professionals, and it's level. So over there it's not level. Here I can lay my steel down and weld a level bead. So I'll probably bring it over there to weld. Yeah, nice and simple. It's all I'm going for. Time to weld it up. I've got it all square, set, ready to roll. Now, I'll address it right now. You'll see I'm wearing a knee pad, and I don't want people to go, oh, weak knees, blah, blah, blah. I've hit my knee on something, and I have no idea what. So, and I'm right hand, right leg dominant, so I'm always kneeling down on it, and it's hurting. So I've got a knee pad on, so go easy on me. What am I going to talk about? Oh, I'm getting a lot of comments about the fire truck, Mac. Where is it? What's going on with it? It's coming. It's still in town. It's nearly all fixed. Well, actually, it's all fixed except for there's still a slow leak on the starter tank. Now, he said that that's all good, it can get signed off to be licensed. But I said, if they could keep it there and keep, just find that starter tank leak, it'd be a lot better, especially because it's going to be a fire truck and I need it, we need it to start. As an example, so Tom, their fire truck, so their Mac, they have a little air compressor in there that they have a solar panel on and a cut-off, switch on, switch off valve. So that pumps it up all the time. But then Jack up at the station, he's got the exact same Mac, and he can go 6 weeks without starting it, and there's still air in the tank. So that's what I'd prefer to have with Mac. So yeah, it'll be back during seeding, and then after seeding, we will be, that's the fun part. We'll have the whole video series on stripping it down, lots of steel, building a frame. I've ordered the pump, so whenever that gets here, that'll be good, and we can put that on there. Haven't ordered any striker valves or monitors yet, anything like that, but we'll get to that. So yeah, no, that's the story on Mac anyway. It's still at the mechanics. I am a bit worried for how much it's going to cost, but yeah, it's still here. Well, you talk about it and it happens. So the truck, Mac, is actually ready. It's all ready to go now. So Dad's in town. He's going to go and grab the papers for it and get it licensed. So it's going to be properly licensed, which is ideal. So we'll go and get that, I don't know, probably next week sometime. When we've got a bit of spare time with canola, Dad and I get probably 4 hours between fills. So yeah, we might have time to just duck in and out and grab it. So anyway, this is done. I've obviously got to clean up the welds and paint it. I'm not sure if I'll paint the whole thing. The problem with this steel, and I've done it before, is you spray paint it and then, I don't know, not that long after, it just starts to rust, even when you do like 3-4 coats. I don't know, I'll give it a go. I've got plenty of paint in here. I've just had a look, so I've got plenty of paint, so I'll give it a go. The only thing that's exposed is the legs, so we might give it a go. So anyway, like I said, that's like 2.2 now. It was just over 2 metres, so that'll be a fair bit in the ground. What did I plan on? I planned on having 600 mil out of the ground, so above ground, so yeah, there'll be a fair bit in the ground, so that won't blow over. So the next one I'm going to do is the little signs. Now they are 1100 by 300, that is 1200 by 900. Those ones I'm planning to have 700 out of the ground and 400 in the ground. So I've got my little map over there that I drew up. So I'll use the big steel to start off with, get that one all used, and then yeah, we'll go on to the small stuff. But yeah, no, we're getting through it. All right, I've got that one all sorted, ready, well, when I say sorted, I mean ready to weld. I'm going to have to head off now and go and fill up George because he's nearly back at the top. But again, all I'm going for is nice and simple. That's all it is. And then we'll chuck our sign on. And yeah, that's that. So what did I say, 400 in the ground. So probably about there will be in the ground. So yeah, just a reasonable, it's, just a nice, reasonable size sign for the side of the road. So anyway, I'm going to go and fill up George now. We might have to change, so our fans control the auger, and because we've changed our fan speed, especially on the canola fan, down so low, it changes our auger speed, At the moment it's going alright, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We might need to speed it up. You just gotta, as a driver, you have to remember every time to speed it up and then slow it down. Yeah, we've had having to do it the other way. We used to slow the fan down because it used to go too fast and rattle. And we had a driver do it a couple of times. He forgot to speed the fan back up and just lost from the fan all the way up over the, oh, it was a nightmare. So yeah, that's why we try to avoid fiddling with fans, because people forget. It's just humans, we forget. So at the moment it seems to be going alright. He's all sorted. That'll do him for the next 5 to 6 hours. So I'll get this back to the shed. The motor comped out at the end there. Oh, we'd finished, but the motor comped out, so I just want to see what's going on there. I can't start it again. It's got fuel. But yeah, after that's all, well, once I figure out what's wrong with the motor, I'll fill it up again. So we're all ready to roll, probably about 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that, for the next fill. So Henry has finished spraying for the day. He'll get spraying again tomorrow sometime. Yeah, he's got like 600 or something hectares out in front of George, so it's a long way for George to catch up. So he's grabbing Grove. We've got he's got like one little thing to grade here. He's got his Brook pad to grade, and while he's down here, he's just going to go to my house site and touch up the driveway there, because that's a bit rough. And then we'll get Grove back to the shed. Actually, we might get Grove down to my current place, Rasheen, there, and bloody grade that road, because that is absolutely atrocious. But yeah, no, we'll get all this sorted, and then we can give Grover a wash and park him away, because he's been out in the sun for quite a while. But yeah, the gravelly program, it's awesome to have got done. We do have those little bits that we still need to do, but we'll do them at a later date. But yeah, we'll do more again next year. Just got to get it all pushed up again. But yeah, creating these new roads is just making life so much easier for everything transporting out to the paddock, and yeah, it just makes it so much better. So it is definitely a worthwhile cause having a grader, let me tell you. Before I get back onto doing my signs, I need to figure out what is wrong with this. I've got fuel. So fuel, and we've got fuel in our, maybe the fuel's gone out of the filter now. So basically it worked perfectly the whole time we're filling, and then revved it down for obviously low idle while we were packing things away, cool the motor down, and then it conked down. It wouldn't start after that. A lot of smoke came out of the thing, and by thing I mean exhaust. So first things first, check the oil. If oil's all good, then I'm going to grab the air compressor again, like how we primed it up to get this thing started originally, and hope it starts that way. And if not, further investigation will need to be done. Alright, so can you see me? Oil is fine, and it just smells like oil. There's no petrol in there, so that is a good sign. We've had not big motors like this, but we have had like little Honda motors. You get petrol in the oil, and that's a disaster in itself. Yeah, there's absolutely no fuel in that, and the air was. I'm going to get the air compressor. It's easy with 2 people. So the idea of putting the air in is it helps prime, and I can see I'm getting fuel in my little fuel filter there now. What I might do is just grab some aero start and just give it a blast, just to try and get it to start a bit easier. So that's a positive, but why did it conk out? I have no idea. I was just sitting at low idle like that, and then it just conked out on it. Oh, well, I've got that working. So we'll go and fill this up now. Didn't think I'd be driving the Mac today. So Henry had to come into town, and I thought, I'm not doing much, why don't I jump in with him and come and grab the Mac and get it out. So that's exactly what we did. They've done a lot to it. I guess I'll go through it when I get home, so I'm not distracted while talking to you guys. So yeah, when I get back to the farm, I'll go over everything that they've done on it. Back on the farm, and George is just pulling up there. Well, I don't know if he's going to pull up or not. He's looks to have had a good run so far, so it's currently 20 past 4 at the moment, so we've got to do a fill at some point, I'm fairly certain, for him to get some hectares done into the night. Anyway, coming out was pretty good. The hand throttle is a lifesaver. The one best thing on this, though, you got 2 horns, right? So you might have heard that one, but this is the best thing. Oh, it's so loud. So hang on, and stop recording. I had one issue when I was coming out, and it was the accelerator. So I was like foot flat, and I was only going like 40 k's an hour max. I had no idea what was going on. Just couldn't go from 4th to 5th because the range was too high, because it was too slow. No idea. Anyway, I started like pumping my foot on the accelerator. Off we went. So I'm gonna have to have a look at the accelerator cord and the cable and just give that a once over and check that out. But I think I already really explained this morning what they did on this. they changed hoses. They took hoses off. They, like the tap here, you got to have your, that's your starter tank. That tap never worked. They changed the air compressor on the inside there. I better turn the isolator off. So yeah, no, it's good to have the Mac back. We won't be attacking it at all during seeding. So after seeding, we'll get rid of all this and make a fire truck, which will be exciting. So look, guys, I reckon I'll leave the video there. Yeah, we're going to do a fill later on, but yeah, anyway, I'll leave the video there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll catch you in the next one.